All right, what's going on, guys? Got Matt Hill here today, and we're talking about special monthly compensation S. So, Matt, there's two different ways you can get this. So, there's two things about this. There's Housebound, and then there's this other way where you have to be 100%, and then your rate, and then you need 60% of combined ratings, right? Could you explain the differences? Like, let's say I'm housebound.
Okay. Well, Craig, I think you always like to jump ahead, and you probably lost your audience already. So let's back up a little bit, okay?
All right.
Let's talk about what special monthly comp is. First of all, we all know VA math is worthless. 70 plus 50 is not 120; it's actually 85%, and 100% is not the highest you can get. So if vet gets 100%, well, then he can still get the special monthly comp stuff. So what you're talking about, special monthly compensation S, means one of two things. As you said, the veteran has one disability either rated at 100% or rated at unemployability. So the easiest thing there would be like PTSD at 70, and he's getting IU for it. And then he has however many other disabilities that combine up to 60, and then that guy gets SMC-S. And then the other way you're talking about is the housebound thing. It's where the veteran is 100% and he can't go out of the house. I mean, he can go out to go to the doctors or to the pharmacy or to go get groceries, but otherwise he's sitting in the house all day. Kind of like how you just sit in your basement all day wearing a cowboy hat.
That's what I do. So a couple questions. First off, so you did mention TDIU. So there actually is a strategy if you're going for SMC-S. So is there a way to kind of tee it off? So like, all right, I want to use my 70% combat PTSD rating to represent the 60. And I want my tinnitus to be extra scheduler TDIU or something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is there a way to kind of separate it so you can kind of set yourself up for SMC-S?
I mean, you're just jumbling stuff again, so let me fix that for you.
All right.
So we want that 70% rating, which you were talking about for PTSD here, okay? And we want to use that to get unemployability. Hopefully you have other disabilities that are going to combine up to 60%. Now what the VA is going to do, if you go for unemployability, they're just going to say, yeah, all these disabilities together give you unemployability. And that works to your disadvantage because you don't get the SMC-S.
Right.
VA, the basis of their rating, 38 CFR 4.1 says they have to maximize your rating. They never do this on unemployability. They'd rather put it all together. So yeah, you want to take that one disability that keeps you from working and then use the other ones to get you to SMC-S.
And is that like when they hook, for lack of a better term, hook TDIU on something, is that something like, would you find that in your rating code sheet or something? Or like where would you find which disability made you TDIU?
Yeah, that's the first good question you've had today. And yes, that is on the code sheet.
Thank you. I'm feeling kind of lawyery. Are you hiring non-lawyers?
Yeah, I don't know. They got to pass a background test.
I don't think so. Yeah, got to pass a background test. Yeah, I wouldn't pass.
So yeah, the IU should be associated with a specific disability. And then on the code sheet as well, you'll see lower under there that the veteran's getting special monthly compensation S.
Oh, okay, at the bottom part. I gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, the housebound part. So this is written into the law, but like, have you ever argued this? Like, I'm pretty housebound myself, but you were saying like, except to go to the doctor or except to go get food. Like, how's that work? How can you tell what happens if I decide to go get food and then go hit the liquor store and I meet a hot chick while I'm in there? Like.
Well, I mean, first of all, let's be honest here. You are basement bound. You're not housebound.
Okay, you're correct. Correct. I dwell underground.
Yeah, so it has to be a necessary need for a daily living, weekly living for the vet. So the easiest ones, like we said, we're the doctor, we're grocery shopping, we're going to Walmart, or Walmart could be if you got to do those things, or Walgreens for the pharmacy. Liquor store, how are they going to tell you, oh, that's not basic? If you drink liquor, it's kind of like if you can't get it at the grocery mart, then you go there.
Right.
So yeah, those are ones.
Alcohol use disorder diagnosis. I need to keep up on that. So
exactly.
Yeah, right. Obviously. Duh.
But so if you're going to meet that need at a bar or you're going to a big football game, those are going to be, that's problematic. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're not going to come looking for you on this. They're not going to come out and monitor you. Where vets get caught is they got neighbors or they got enemies or even friends who are saying, hey, this guy's going out, and they call the inspector general, and then they come after you that way if they see you out and about. So that would be the one thing that you need to be cautious about, I'd say.
What about social media? Is that becoming more, Facebook and stuff? Or have you seen veterans getting into trouble with social media posts?
Well, something like this. If the inspector general, this is like, they're not ambitious. They're lazy. They're going to go on their computer. If you have an open Facebook post, open Facebook page, they're going to go in and say, okay, here's what this guy did last month. He went to the Knicks game, and then he went out and flew kites with all his friends at some big park. And then, he's at the top of the Empire State Building. So they're going to see all those pictures, and they're going to say, this guy is not housebound. And then they come after you. They write letters saying, we're going to take this away. And, oh, by the way, we might even take back prior benefits because you were, this was falsified as far as what you were doing.
So they could go probably two ways, right? They could do a rating reduction notice, which is for sure going to happen, I would guess. But then they could also see if they want to pursue a fraud case on you.
They could. I mean, they need a lot more evidence
for
on a fraud case.
For sure.
But they could do it. I've seen it done.
Right. Yep. I'm sure everything's been done. All right. That's cool. I think, it's a little bit confusing when I talk about it. It's like, well, you're housebound and or you're 160. Kind of weird.
Yeah. And the most important thing on the 160 is if you're 160, none of this applies to you. You do whatever the hell you want. You live your life. You go to that football game. You go fly your kites. They can't touch you anything on that. It's just if you're, 100% and housebound, meaning, it's not on ratings.
Let me jump in here real quick and tell you about my boot camp. If you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my boot camp. You can talk to me live. There's a link on the website and in the description, combatcraig.com. And also, if you need medical evidence like a nexus or documenting your symptoms properly, go to our website, combatcraig.com, and it says medteam/nexus letters. Click on that link, fill out the form, boom, you're done.